Hey guys, it's been a while, so it's time to catch you up on all the cool stuff that we've been kind of working on. This is also going to be part of the application video that we're doing for Opensauce for this year. So what do we got? You guys are probably familiar with a lot of these articulated 3D prints. Some of them can be oddly satisfying. Whoa. But we decided to do something different. So, this guy back here, you may only look like that big on your screen, but trust me, he's pretty huge in real life. A true monster. He's over 10 feet long, and it is the world's biggest, as far as we know, 3D printed articulating dragon. We've been experimenting with making him motorized and remote controlled. As you can see, we put motors inside of his head, and that is an electric skateboard motor, so it's got a lot of power. We also have a specially designed head for this guy that can be put together and accommodate this wireless flamethrower system, which is pretty cool. These are modular, and I basically designed these from the Flamethrower guitar projects that I've been doing over the years. We can stuff these into just about anything, and we can, shoot over 10 feet, maybe 15 feet of fire out of different things. And I don't know what the status is of doing like flame stuff at Opensauce, but if we could get the right permissions and everything set up, we would love to use our Flamethrower guitars there and maybe even put on a concert. I have been a performing musician for a really long time. My music's even been used on the Discovery Channel and licensed by them and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of can carry a tune, I think.
No rest for the wicked until we close our eyes for good.
But a 10-foot articulating dragon may not future-proof us to having the world's biggest for super long. So we got this guy. Quite a bit bigger than the other one. Comparing sizes, this one was actually modeled by my buddy Austin in virtual reality. This one, of course, is also designed to accommodate our motor systems and everything inside of it, so the idea is this one will be drivable. We've also kind of started designing this one around having a sort of like Russian nesting doll kind of like set up for its body to make it more portable and easier to transport around and set up. Now, that's not the only RC stuff that we have. We actually have some other pretty cool stuff. Last year, we brought a kind of RC truck that could carry people around and it could pull you. We've actually got an even better one now that has like a full like tractor trailer bed on the back of it, and it can do the same thing. We also have a 3D printed snowmobile, and we realize San Francisco in the summer probably isn't going to have a lot of snow, but we could bring artificial snow, or we could just buy a snow cone machine and get some ice and make some real snow there for people to drive around in. But the point is, people would be able to drive around our RC stuff, so it's pretty interactive. We also have a 3-axis gimbal stabilized Nerf gun mounted to an RC car that will actually track your head when you drive. So where you look, the Nerf gun looks, and then you can shoot the Nerf gun at targets. Speaking of Nerf guns, think about Nerf and Lego, and what would happen if you could put the two things together. For some reason, these companies never did this, but we have now. We made this really cool little modular system where you can attach it to Legos and you can shoot Nerf stuff. And not just like one type of Nerf round, but like all the different Nerf rounds that you can get. I mean, you can fire breakfast cereal out of this gun if you want to. It opens up like a whole new world of like Lego engineering now, because now you can make your Legos shoot all kinds of stuff really easily. And we'd like to have these like little kits and stuff that we can sell and that people can even assemble and stuff there at like maybe our booth. Like we could have like a bunch of Legos or something there, and people could just be building different like little Lego Nerf shooters, and we could have a little target range or something there. You could have little prizes and all that kind of stuff. Could be kind of fun. But we took this project in a sort of different direction as well. Using a sort of Lego compatible system, we developed something else. Hot dog gun. Like Lizzie gun, like that. That's the thing we did. Check it out.
Load the gun, aim it right. Stop that beat in real tight. Pull the trigger, let it go. Watch it fly, feel the blow. Yeah! Touch the sky. Food fight, chaos unfolds in the swarming nose roll. Shoot, jump, leap, and fly.
It's extremely modular, and we made it so the flywheel spacing can be changed, so we could be firing maple bars, or we could be firing tacos out of this thing as well. And again, I think we could have some kind of like targets or something set up so that people could shoot hot dogs at stuff. And of course, as you saw, one of the systems that we have actually has a full stabilized 3-axis gimbal, which we could actually mount on something like one of these large Creighton RC cars. And we could have like drive-by glizzy events where people could try and hit targets with hot dogs as they drive by. Yeah, maybe? I don't know. Ugh, this is really heavy. So these guys right here are the Lucky 13 figures that are really popular on printables.com. The guy that made these recently made them Creative Commons attribution. So we've actually designed these that we could actually have at Opensauce as well. And thanks to like 3D printing technology getting like so good and so fast now, we could actually print heads for these really quickly. And we happen to have a lot of really nice fast 3D scanners. So we can scan people's faces pretty easily and put them on these. So we could actually have this set up at our booth where we can scan your face and we could actually like print a small action figure for you. We could have the whole body already made up, and you could even choose the different parts that you want to assemble onto the whole thing, but it would bear your face. And we have time to test this idea out, actually, because we're going to be doing a Comic-Con where we will actually be selling these and scanning people's faces and everything and putting them on the figures. So we'll be able to kind of work out all the logistics and potential issues that we might have in the workflow of scanning person and getting the print to them. But the print times are extremely small for something when you're just printing a face. We also 3D printed a full-size one of these guys that's the same height as me in order to be able to pose it and to put costumes and stuff on it. So we could have that there as well. And we do a lot of stuff with cosplay. We're always making all sorts of different costumes here, so we can wear those around and people can check out what we have, and we can also have them on display. And of course, a lot of this is 3D printed, and we do a lot of things with other materials as well. We're constantly doing all sorts of 3D printed instruments here too. So we have all sorts of guitars and stuff that we 3D print. And of course, we were the first people to ever fully 3D print a ukulele, including the strings and the tuners, no glue or anything holding any of this guy together. And we've only improved the design since last year. It's a lot tougher now. We figured out how to make the tuners like extra tough now so they can handle extra abuse. We're hoping that this time we could have a whole bunch of these and have them set up as little kits and just have something there at our booth maybe where people could actually assemble these with all the tuners and everything and just piece it all together and make theirs there and just purchase it for a cheap price to do it all. But we also want to expand sort of where we're at with that. We did ukuleles before, but now we also are working on full bass guitars as well, both fretless and fretted. In fact, everything's pretty much done for these. I just have to print the polyurethane strings for them in order to finish them, which is how traditional...
Hey, ignore that loser. This is John from the future. That's right, they gave us 2 extra weeks to get our Opensauce applications done, so I was able to slap together that bass. Yeah, that's right, it's done now. So yeah, it's all 3D printed. No glue, no screws, nothing. But you can play it electric too, because I added this removable sticky pickup inside of here. You can just take it out and play it acoustically if you want to be a fully 3D printed purist. But it also has a fully 3D printed guitar strap with dragon scales. Okay, you can go back to that loser from the past now or whatever.
Last year we had our touch grass display, which seemed like it was quite popular. This was definitely touched by a bunch of different YouTubers and just curious people that were at Opensauce. We want to kind of like make this a little bit cooler this time around and go with an even bigger display while keeping our old one. And last year, like I managed to like make like 10 stickers really quick to give away that say I touched grass at Opensauce, but we could make some cooler ones this time around to hand out to people and have a lot more of them to give away. And of course, we can bring all the cool stuff that we had before, and even stuff that we didn't even get a chance to show last year because we have so many things. Our flame-throwing Nintendo Zapper gun we could have on display. We have our Thor hammer that shoots electricity to music, but we can do an upgraded version of that. We could take our Thor hammer parts and everything. We have extras, and we could actually put them into a Lego version of it as well to kind of update and that project and make it a little different. I also have my whole like Ghostbusters costume with the Ecto goggles that take people's pictures and allow us to stick ghosts in the background, and then we can print those pictures out and give those out as well. I feel pretty confident in saying that we would definitely be one of the most interactive like displays of stuff at Opensauce if you guys have us. So I hope that you'll consider us with all the cool stuff that we have. And for all of those of you that are subscribed or have found our channel, I hope that you'll stick around because we will be going in depth into all those cool projects that we showed you and doing so much more with them. And we have so much cool stuff to show you, and we hope you'll be a part of it. And yeah, stay creative. Later.